EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From perpetually sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's live opening round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is called the People's Open. Enthusiastic crowds have been the norm. 700,000 fans expected through the turnstiles this week. As we check the early leaderboard, Seamus Power, the Irishman, is the leader. He's got it going early at 7 under par. So let's get out to the course as we join the action on the tee at the par 5 13th hole. So, Frank, the tour has left Pebble Beach, where we were last week, with its subtle grace and time-honored traditions. And now we've got a whole different set of traditions here in Scottsdale, as you well know. Our featured golfer played well last week up in Monterey, but now this is going to be unlike anything they have ever seen, don't you think?
Hey, this is a totally different animal, and I choose that word wisely because Pebble, you have those rolling and the undulations, the weather to contend with. You could argue that TPC Scottsdale's a little flatter. It's a little easy to get at. It's a scoring paradise. And just the electricity that the fans provide. This is just a tournament. It's a don't miss.
So, Frank, another week here on the PGA Tour, and we take a look at our featured golfer today, the young rookie, still in search of that first win. But I'll tell you what, that had to be a great confidence boost last week. Didn't get the victory, but to be that young and in the hunt on Sunday, a lot of folks think a breakthrough might be imminent. What do you think?
I think so, Rich. The golf is good enough. I'm just concerned about how thick that brick wall is, because if you play this good and you get a few chances to win and you don't complete the job, your mind actually starts to get in the way.
Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. Such a thrill playing in the Masters as a professional for the first time. Frank, if you could take me back through your first round, your first tournament, what do you remember most about that experience?
Good and bad, really. It was the first cut that I missed as in a major championship. But in those days, they didn't use the top 50 of the world rankings, so I really didn't get into my sort of early mid-30s. But I don't really want to talk about my first round, but by virtue of that, I got drawn with the late, great Arnold Palmer on the Friday. And, I sort of wanted to get out of town as quick as I could. But I watched the great man play the golf course, and I saw lines that I never, ever saw when I played my practice rounds. Got to play alongside a guy that obviously had put on a green jacket more than once. And while that was a Masters I'd like to forget for different reasons, the very next year I finished fourth. So I credit that to my rookie year and playing with a man that basically could play the golf course backwards in Arnold Palmer. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This one will move from right to left. Not the biggest slope, but has to be considered.
Hit a good putt there. Maybe didn't quite break as much as he wanted it to, and it leaks by to the right. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay at 1 over. Arriving now at the 553-yard 15th, another reachable par 5, water guarding the left side of the fairway. Players hit their second or third shots into an island green, and scores can range from 3 to 7 here, so the 15th is always exciting. just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly. Just gave that way too much.
This is in the 30-foot range here. It's for birdie. Why not? From downtown, that in for a birdie here at 15. This is absolutely one of the coolest holes in golf. This is a little bit like dropping Fenway Park into the desert, trading a baseball bat for a golf club. And it is bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, tie game, World Series rowdy. I mean, there is nothing like it in golf. Safely aboard that will not incur the wrath of this capacity crowd, and that's a victory. 11 feet away. Finishing scoring back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. Up next, the 332-yard drivable par 4 17th. Players going for the green need to avoid the water short and left of the putting surface. A miss right will still allow for a fairly simple up and down. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second.
Really, it's a waste after that tee shot. Just very average approach.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Slightly downhill, so the ball will carry to the hole and just a little right to left.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. We finish our day here at TPC Scottsdale with a 442-yard par 4 18. Strategy off the tee is key. Challenge the lake on the left and cut the corner of the Church Pew bunkers, or play it safely down the right side of the fairway. Coming up 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Pin tucked in the back right here as he readies his second.
Ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still, inside 40 feet, just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This equally long for another birdie. Bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. And this will be a 3 under 68 for the opening round. Nicely done. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich. Right now, don't think about the leader. Just worry about improving your own game.
So that should just about do it. For all of us at EA Sports, thanks for spending some time with us. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Sonoran Desert and always entertaining TPC Scottsdale, it's live second-round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is known as the greatest show on grass, and it has lived up to that moniker through the first couple of rounds as we take a look at the Friday leaderboard. Seamus Power, the Irishman, is the leader. He shows the way at 7 under. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. Oh yeah, nice shot there, right of the hole, and he'll have that for his birdie. This from 7 feet. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he moves to 2 under for his round and -5 overall. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
And that will do just fine. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
He's got 109 yards to the front of the green, 141 to the hole, pin sitting back right.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another one here by the looks of things.
Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1. And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead.
Par 4 6th, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot. This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
PGA Tour moves back to California next week. We'll be at Hogan's Alley in Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles for the Genesis Invitational. Frank, we go from hysteria to history.
Oh, you do, yeah. Humphrey Bogart's tree on the left side of the 12th hole. Still there, and it's still a feature. A huge sycamore tree there kicks the odd ball away from the green. It's good. The whole golf course is in a sort of a bowl, so you get these swirling winds. I know they've tried to renovate the golf course over the last few years. It's actually made the fairways a little wider, but another straight-up test. I mean, the West Coast swing, you really have to bring your game.
Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And that'll move him to 7 under par. Arriving here at the longest of the par 3s at TPC Scottsdale, the 215-yard 7. This green features a false front, so you don't want to be short, especially left, where a big bunker guards the putting surface. Oh, that is just about perfect right there. Very well done. So this has been an absolute clinic, and that nearly the capper with a hole-in-one, but instead it is just a tap-in birdie. So will this be the week that our featured golfer claims that first ever title? Frank, it's looking promising through 36 holes.
It is, and to just make that final leap to become a winner on the PGA.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. On one of the zaniest days on the tour calendar, live Saturday third round coverage of the one and only WM Phoenix Open. How about the fans out at 7 a.m. sharp today, making that mad dash across the grounds to get that coveted spot at number 16 as we take a look at the Saturday leaderboard. And we've got a packed group at the top with a tie at 12 under. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. So a beautiful Saturday here, Frank, and it is certainly beautiful in the eye of our featured golfer. Everything has come up roses to this point in the tournament, leading here into the weekend and in search of that first ever PGA Tour victory, one that I think would say to the world, hey, I belong here.
This has been an incredible year for young players coming out, Rich, so I think that this player would add their name to that list. They've got skill, they've certainly got nerve, and all they need is to finish the job. Maybe today's the day.
This is a 13-footer. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he gets it to minus 13 for the tournament. 2 under for the day. Now to the second par 3 on the front 9. This is the 7th hole.
Quite a stiff par 3 because of the narrowness in the front. Really favoring a higher shot that's going to land softly. And therefore you can open up that green. Because the further back you go, the wider it gets.
That one was running so hot. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And with it, the lead is back down to 1. Frank, the par 4 8th. This is a good hole.
It is a dog leg to the left, forces the player to go at the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
159 yards left to the hole. Pin is in the back right corner of this green.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament. Rounding out the front nine with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be two bunkers down the right side. There is now one, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9. Well, that breeze is coming pretty hard from the right. Did a great job at controlling the shot against it.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line, the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. So we'll finish that off. It's a par, and his score will stay at -2. This 10th hole is really all about strategy and good decision making. It's a hard dogleg to the right. You have a couple of options. You can cut the corner with a driver, but then you're contending with a small bunker and some trees if you miss-hit it. Or you can go with a fairway wood, but if you're offline, well, then you bring the bunkers on both sides into play. No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
145 left to the hole. Tough win for a right-hander coming from left to right.
Rich, is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
A 9-footer now for his birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he's got it to 14 under par. So our featured golfer likely going to be doing a little tossing and turning tonight, working with a 54-hole lead and looking for that first PGA Tour win. Frank, dial it back a few years. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the base of the McDowell Mountains and TPC Scottsdale, live final round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. Here in the Valley of the Sun, the temperatures are up, the scores are down as we take a look at the leaderboard on this Sunday. Your leader is Wake Forest's Will Zalatoris. He leads the pack at 17 under. So let's get out and pick up the action as we head to the tee at the par 5 15th. Final round underway here, and Frank, you look at a golfer like the one we're going to be following today. Rookie on the PGA Tour. Has not won yet, but squarely in the hunt here on a Sunday. What do they need to call on here to maybe take a run at winning this thing?
First and foremost, just play. Tee it up on that first hole, knock it down, hit it on the green. Never know, might make birdie, might make another one, might make 3, 4 in a row. You never know. And the leaders might falter. So at the end, you have to worry about what you can do. You make a little run, all of a sudden there's a chance, you see your name on the leaderboard. That puts pressure on everybody else. You don't have to worry about that. You do your job.
Okay, that's going to come to rest in the rough as that rolled all the way through this long 15th green, but it is safely on that island. What a shot. I mean, from that lie, could have gone a bunch of different ways, but it went the way you want them all to go, right into the hole. Here we are at the famed 163-yard par 3 16th at TPC Scottsdale with the McDowell Mountains in the distance and the most boisterous gallery in golf looking on. This is a test like no other on tour. Big crowd absolutely loves it. What a shot here at 16. After a brilliant tee shot, this for birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. That is going to move him into the lead with just 2 holes to play. Now to the 17th, and Frank, fair to say this is one of the best short par 4s in all of golf?
It is. The drivable par 4 that's designed the way it's meant to be played is a winner. The ones that are just shortened to be made drivable, they don't work. This was designed to be a 17th hole, and it was designed to be drivable. You couldn't get a better place, and you couldn't get a better par 4.
Oh, this is going to be way down there. Yes, very well done. So many tee shots reach the water here, but this one stays on line, and it'll be an eagle putt coming up. So now this one, got to have enough to get up a fairly steep slope. This for eagle. This only about 5 feet for birdie. birdie here at 17. And that is going to catapult him into the lead with one hole to play. What an outstanding finishing hole here at TPC Scottsdale. Not overly long, but it is challenging. At 442 yards, this par 4 is all about strategy. You can challenge the lake on the left if you're one of the bigger hitters, cut the corner of the church pew bunkers. That leaves you with just a flip wedge in. Or you can take the safe route, just go down the right side of the fairway. Pressure drive there at 18, holding a one-shot lead, but that is safely in the fairway, and a big exhale there. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
105 yards to the front, 118 to the hole. The pin is in the front right part of the green. Gap was coming in with just a bit too much heat, and it ended up just beyond the flag.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Just going to sneak on by. So a tap in there. That's for par at the last. And this will be a strong final round score of 67. Well, Frank, I guess we can say hello, world. It is a Sunday to remember our featured player, a champion for the very first time.
Let the celebrations ring in, that's for sure, and let the career fully ignite and start and go stratospheric.
So that'll do it for my partner here in the tower, Frank Nobilo. For Nota Begay, Iona Stephen, and all our crew, Rich Lerner saying, we'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour.